Check out FlipsideGaming.com for all your gaming needs. Use the promo code HEROES to save 10% on all orders over $10. From July 4th through August 26th, if you use this promo code, you will automatically be entered into a drawing to win a set of all 4 Commander 2019 decks. Also, there is another way to enter where no purchase is necessary. See the description below for full details. Hey there, this is John from Heroes and Legends, and this is our Magic the Gathering San Diego Comic-Con recap. We're going to talk about all the information that came out of the event this weekend. One of the big things, of course, the name of the set, Throne of Eldraine. We have a lot of art from that set to look at. Also, they are changing the product lineup for Magic pretty significantly. We'll get into all of that. Quick reminder before we get started, if you haven't pre-ordered Commander 2019 decks yet, you can get them at FlipsideGaming.com, and if you use the Heroes promo code, you can get all 4 for $126 and free shipping. Whenever you use that promo code, it does help the channel too, and that's always appreciated. So thank you, and let's get into it. Before we get into the new stuff, I do want to give a fond farewell to Core Set 2020. At San Diego Comic-Con, if you played in any Magic events, you had a chance to get your hands on this card right here. It's a Night Pack Ambusher exclusive convention promo card. So I thought that was neat. Just wanted to show that to you real quick. On to Throne of Eldraine information. Now, as you can see from the art on the screen here, Rowan Kendrith is going to be in the set. Mark Rosewater also confirmed that Will Kendrith will be there too, so those are 2 of your 3 Planeswalkers. The third one will be a new character. Now, as for the set itself, the theme is Camelot meets Grimm Fairy Tales. So kind of think about what they did with Innistrad and Gothic Horror, or what they did with Theros in Greek mythology. They're going to be doing that type of thing with the fairy tale tropes. So I'm pretty excited to see this, and you're going to notice at the end of the video, I'm going to show a lot of pieces of art that they showed this weekend, and you can pick out some of the fairy tales that they are referencing. It's actually pretty cool. Okay, before we get to the art though, I do want to go over the product lineup because there are some significant changes. First things first though, Planeswalker decks, they're not changing. So here's one for Rowan. We don't get to see the card, but that product will remain the same. Here's a look at the card box from the bundle, and Core Set 2020 had some significant changes when it comes to bundles, and those changes will continue into Throne of Eldraine. Like with Core Set 2020, there will be a promo alternative art card that will be found within the bundle. That is the only place you will get that particular promo, and you might be saying, well, why am I telling you that specifically? Well, stay tuned, more information to come. Another thing that will continue will be the theme booster packs. So these are larger packs, kind of like jumbo packs if you compare them to sports cards, and they are themed. So we get a picture here of the black theme booster, 35 cards. These haven't changed too much, but one thing I did want to point out, here's the stats for this particular product. You'll notice from this point forward, I did pull a lot from the article from the MTG Daily website. So if you want to read the full thing, check it out there, but I'm going to be going over the highlights with you. Throne of Eldraine has 5 different ones, 1 for each color. So that could vary, obviously, with different sets. With Ravnica, there were color combinations, for example. Also worth noting, too, 1 out of 10 theme booster packs will have a second rare. Kind of interesting. That's why it says 1.1 rare mythic rares per pack. This product is really geared towards newer players that are maybe trying to build a deck for the first time and they need certain colors. You're going to get a lot of cards by buying these, but as always, I would recommend that you just go ahead and buy the singles you want as opposed to trying to crack something like this. Okay, you recognize these guys, right? These are borderless alternative art variant planeswalkers. So why am I bringing this up considering these are not going to be in Throne of Eldraine? Well, because in that set, there is a way to get your hands on borderless alternate art planeswalkers for the planeswalkers in that set. Now, the way they are doing it feels a lot more player friendly, and we'll talk more about it in just a few moments, but just in case you needed a reference point, this is what I'm talking about when I'm referring to borderless alternative art variant planeswalkers. Extended art cards. Okay, so this is something we've seen in the past as well. Again, these cards are not in Throne of Eldraine. However, there are going to be extended art cards. And again, they're going to be a little easier to obtain. So when I refer to extended art cards, this is what we're talking about. Okay, here's our first look at a card actually from Throne of Eldraine. Now, we don't have rules text, unfortunately, but I can tell you the name of this card is Flaxen Intruder. They did let us know that. Now, the card on the left is your regular card without the rules text. The reason you have that kind of storybook thing going on in the rules text area is because this has a new mechanic that they have not yet revealed. Not all cards will look like that. On the right side, though, is your showcase variant. Okay, so this is going to be an example of a showcase card. These could look different in different sets, but this is what it will look like in the fall set. Now, they will have alternate art, And as you can see, there's something different going on with the card frame as well. When I refer to showcase cards, this is what I'm talking about. Mark Rosewater went on to reveal that when it comes to the cards we just looked at, this is what you can find within the bounds of Throne of Eldraine. 3 Mythic Rare Planeswalkers in a borderless alternate art variant, 2 Mythic Rare, 5 Rare, 9 Uncommons, and 14 Common alternate art showcase cards like we saw just a moment ago. All rare Mythic Rares that aren't listed above, so in other words, if they don't have a showcase card or are a borderless alternate art variant, they will be available as extended art cards in the Collector Booster. Alright, stay tuned. I'll explain what the Collector Booster is in just a second. Okay, here's your regular booster pack, but now it's going to change to a draft booster. That's the new name, but basically the same thing. When it comes to the amount of foils, they did make a change giving you more foils in Core Set 2020. That change will also carry over to the new set. That's kind of nice. Okay, let's break this down and see what the contents are of these packs. On the surface, not a lot's changed. 15 cards and an add card / token card. 1 rare, Mythic Rare, okay. 3 uncommons, 10 commons, 1 land, and 1 of these token / add cards. The token design will be similar to Core Set 2020, so it looks like that's going to be their design going forward for now. The booster contents are as you would expect. The draft booster has the possibility of containing borderless planeswalkers or showcase cards. In Throne of Eldraine specifically, there are no non-foil common showcase cards in booster packs. These appear only in the Collector Booster, which we'll get to in a minute. Okay, so you have a chance to hit a borderless planeswalker card or showcase card within a regular booster pack. Now, we don't know the odds yet, but that's actually pretty sweet. If there's an opportunity to open something cool and different in a regular booster pack, sign me up. That's fantastic. But what if I want to buy some of these cards and I want specific ones, so I try to buy singles? Remember how expensive some of those chase cards got when it came to like Kaladesh Inventions? Well, there is another way to obtain these cards. Here is the Collector Booster. Now, we can't see the art because it would have spoiled something, so don't worry, the pack doesn't actually look like that. This is where you can get premium cards. Now, it's going to cost you a little more. Remember, they don't have MSRP anymore, but they did say they would expect these to cost $20 to $25 depending on where you buy them. Now, that phrase actually is very reassuring, depending on where you buy them. That leads me to believe that you're going to be able to get these at your local game store and you won't have to buy these like through the Hasbro eBay store and all that nonsense, right? They did say that these are going to have a limited print run, but they didn't really specify what that meant, so that could really mean anything. Now, these are a little expensive for a booster pack, sure, but they are trying to appeal to a segment of the audience that does enjoy different cards, different art styles, unique things. And yeah, it's not for everybody, sure. Some people just want to play the game. I probably fall more in that camp personally, but I do think this is a much better way to distribute something like this compared to what they've done in the past. So let's take a look at what you can expect from one of these packs. Okay, here's the general breakdown, and then we'll look at these more closely. In some ways, these are reminiscent of what they did in the Shards of Alara block, where you could buy foil packs that contain cards from any of the 3 sets. Those weren't very successful, but this is different. Those were just foils. This time you have a variety of different things you can get out of the packs. Okay, so 15 cards, 1 foil token card will come in a pack. They say here 1 rare / mythic rare with extended art. That's pretty cool. So if you want an extended art card, you're going to get one here. 1 foil rare / mythic rare. So if you want a foil rare or mythic, you're getting one here. 9 foil commons / uncommons. 3 special frame cards, and that could include showcase or borderless planeswalkers for this set. 1 ancillary card, I'll explain that in a second, and 1 foil token. Now this is where you're going to get foil tokens as well compared to the previous products we looked at. Okay, here's a better look at what these slots actually give you. The first one, the 1 rare / mythic rare with extended art, of course, is going to give you 1 rare or mythic rare with extended art. Every rare or mythic rare from the set that doesn't already have a variant frame, meaning that it doesn't exist as a borderless planeswalker card or showcase card, will be available as extended art cards. The extended art cards are all rares and mythic rares and are only found in the Collector Booster. So if you want those extended art variants, this is where you go to get them. Second, 1 foil rare / mythic rare. This slot is a foil of any rare or mythic rare from the set, including variant versions such as borderless planeswalkers, extended art, or showcase cards. 9 foil commons / uncommons. These slots are the foils of any commons or uncommons from the set, including variant versions such as showcase cards. Commons and uncommons don't have borderless planeswalker or extended art cards. 3 special frame cards, borderless planeswalkers or showcase cards. These 3 slots will be non-foil variant cards, but not extended art. They'll be borderless planeswalkers or showcase cards. These cards will be non-foil. For Throne of Eldraine specifically, the non-foil common showcase cards will only be found in the collector boosters in one of these slots. 1 ancillary card non-foil. This slot is for new cards that are connected to the set but don't appear in draft boosters. The card pool for this slot can vary from set to set. For Throne of Eldraine, this will be the Buy Box promo card, the new cards from Planeswalker decks, and the new cards from the Brawl decks. More on that in a moment. This slot is going to be the catch-all for mechanically unique cards associated with the set, allowing collectors to get them here without having to purchase other products or participate in other promotions. These cards will be in non-foil. So this is actually kind of cool because a lot of people we've seen in the past want a Buy Box promo, but maybe don't have an opportunity to get one because they don't have a local game store nearby. Now you have a chance to get that card another way. Or maybe I want a card from the Planeswalker deck, but I don't want to buy the whole Planeswalker deck, right? So this is kind of cool. 1 foil token. This slot is a foil version of token cards found in the draft booster. The collector booster is the only place these token cards will appear in foil and boosters. Note that this slot is only tokens and not any other type of cards such as emblems. So you won't get an emblem here, just the regular tokens in this set would show up in foil. They did go on to say that collector boosters will only be printed in English and Japanese. Here's the Throne of Eldraine promo pack, and of course this isn't anything new, but from set to set these promo packs do change a little bit. However, there is one pretty significant change to this one that I wanted to call out. The land slot in the pack has been replaced by a Magic Arena Booster Pack redemption card, so you'll be able to get a booster pack on Arena with a code on the card. Also, they pointed out Throne of Eldraine variant treatments do not show up in promo packs. Okay, the Buy Box promotion has changed a little bit, at least for this particular product, Throne of Eldraine. You're going to get a mechanically unique foil card, so that's your Buy Box promo. Notice though, this is a foil version. The one you could get in the ancillary spot of the collector booster is non-foil. And you also get a collector booster. Now, that would be cool if they did this going forward, but they did say as a special celebration of the start of collector boosters, the Throne of Eldraine Buy Box promotion will include a collector booster in addition to the normal mechanically unique foil promo card. Supplies are limited. Check with your local game store for details. So I would imagine this will continue to be a in-person purchase at your local game store, and as long as supplies last, you would get these 2 things for this set. Brawl Decks. Yes, I mentioned this earlier, but we are getting Brawl Decks now. There's going to be 4 different types, and they're going to include 60 cards. 60 card deck with 7 new mechanically unique cards per deck, kind of like they do with the Planeswalker decks. There's going to be some unique cards here, but again, you can also get these in the collector booster too, and you're going to get a life wheel. Now, they went on to say that more information will be coming on this next week and what it means for the support of Brawl. However, they did say something else, and that is Brawl is going to be on Magic Arena in the future, but it's going to be 1v1. So I think that's pretty cool. I'm always looking for new options on Magic Arena, so here's another one. They also went on to say the life wheel is a new game object. It's a card with a wheel embedded into it to help you keep score. And yeah, I actually kind of remember the old days they used to do that, unless these look vastly different, I don't know. But it feels like this is something returning from the past. Here's another announcement that came out of the event, player spotlight cards. So this isn't a new product, they say, but it is a cool thing that returns to Magic with Throne of Eldraine. For many years, we ran the Magic Invitational, and the winner was allowed to design a Magic card that they were then pictured on. Starting with Throne of Eldraine, we will involve the current world champion in a new player spotlight card. While they won't design it, they will consult with R&D on its selection and will appear pictured in the art. 2018 World Champion Javier Dominguez will be featured on a Throne of Eldraine card. Okay, so that's actually pretty cool that they're bringing something like the Magic Invitational card back. They don't have input on the card design, but it's cool that they're featured. That is a very unique prize. Okay, we're going to close out the video with an art montage with all the stuff that they showed this weekend, but first I wanted to give my final thoughts. I like this direction. I feel like being able to buy different types of products. Hopefully you'll be able to get all of these at your local game store, but I do think that this is a better way to do this type of thing as opposed to going through the eBay store, of course, which was a disaster. So doing this, giving people variety, sure, collector booster, $20, $25 a pack, who knows, maybe even more. That feels a little expensive for someone like myself, but there are people that care about that type of thing and would be happy to spend that money. And as long as there's enough of those people, it's good that they have a product for those folks. Now, if I want to just play draft or sealed, which is more me personally, then yeah, there's a product for me too. And I might even still get a really cool pull that I wouldn't have gotten before, and I think that's awesome. And a lot of the products that they do gear towards new players, even though I don't really recommend them even for new players typically, but the Planeswalker decks and the theme booster packs, there are people that want that type of thing. So wonderful. If that's something you want, it's there for you. And ultimately, the Brawl decks are interesting to me. I never played Brawl. Maybe this might encourage me to do so. I don't know. So I guess we'll kind of see what those look like. With that being said, I'm going to leave you to the art montage. I always appreciate each and every one of you, so thank you for being here. Before I go, just one last thing. The first 5 pieces of art that you see, they are going to be from Basic Lands, and they are in Color Pie order. So enjoy and have a great day. Hey, thanks for watching. This video is made possible through the generous support of viewers like you on Patreon. Check out the description below for links to our Patreon page as well as our Amazon affiliate store, where a small percentage of all sales will also help support the channel. Finally, if you haven't had a chance yet to subscribe, hit that subscribe button so you don't miss any of the new videos on Heroes and Legends. Talk to you again soon, and have a great day.